Hello and welcome to a playthrough of Liberty or Death, the American Insurrection. So my brother and I are playing the game, 2 players and 2 bots. I'm playing the Patriots, he's playing the British, and the French and Indians are controlled by bots. So with that, we will jump into the action. All right, well, let's see. So it's funny. I was actually thinking about that. It's been a really, as we were noting, it's been a really long time since we actually played this in real life. But it's funny. I was thinking about this because I was thinking about in some of the later videos, I was whinging about the French not helping me and all that. And I was thinking, yes, but they're winning. So clearly the bot is actually playing this correctly, and I'm expecting too much. From having played 2 players as the Patriots and the French together, I have I think I have a skewed image of what the French should be doing here. So I was thinking I'm being an idiot. The French are playing just fine since they're winning.
That's truth.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah. I am doing quite terrible. I have literally nothing on the board. Look, it's terrible.
According to this.
Let's.
French are.
I don't know who's
the British winning when I click end game.
That seems odd.
Is that possible?
I don't think that was where it was last. I don't know. Let's just play and we'll see where we get to.
I mean, we're down to 10.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
Yeah. All right. So according to our handy dandy little note, everyone's eligible and the cards are ready. So essentially, the French are going to decide whether they're going to do this fleet. Or this Comte d'Orville's builds a fleet at Brest. Oh my God, I can't remember. I used to be. So,
ironically, I think, let's see, Washington is in a space. Okay, nope. Trying to see, because the French still have their the Indians still have their brilliant stroke.
Right. Do I?
But they don't play their brilliant stroke until they have to be eligible.
Right.
And any player faction is first eligible, or the British play theirs after the Treaty of Alliance, when the French leader is in a space with 4 French regulars, which he is. So I think they should play it now.
Oh, right. Hang on.
For some crazy unknown reason, they should play their brilliant stroke.
And any player faction is first eligible.
I'm pretty sure we should have played that a whole bunch of times before now.
Possibly, but I'm not sure. So they won't play it now though, because a player faction is not first eligible.
Oh, player faction. Got it. Yeah.
So
it's the French.
So what does this? So okay,
that's an interesting twist.
So it raises FNI 1 level and British resources -3. So does that?
Feels like the French would play that.
Yeah, but according to this, they wouldn't. This TNI doesn't shift support, right? Or does it?
But it creates blockades.
Yeah, so actually it does shift support. It does shift support, right?
So it does.
It does shift support. So they will play this. So raise FNI 1 level. British resources -3. That's good.
All the way up to 0.
Okay. And then we got to pick a blockade spot. And it's going to start with where if I recall correctly, where you would lose the most support.
Which would be New York, I think, right? Well,
it could be New York or Charlestown.
It's the same as Norfolk.
Same as Charlestown.
Norfolk, Charlestown are all the same. And so is Quebec City.
Yeah. So should we just roll for it then?
I was checking to see if we're right on that. I think we are.
I think we are. I'm pretty sure it does it.
can't
I
imagine
can't
why
remember where you
would be
find
anything.
that.
Add one blockade. First two cities selected for battle, then the city with the most support.
The most support. So essentially, uh, Quebec has two, New York has two, Norfolk has two, and Charleston has two. Right?
Yeah, so we just roll.
Yeah. So going from north to south, I'm rolling here.
Yep.
So it's going to be Quebec.
Blockading Quebec.
So now that I wouldn't have expected.
Eh,
So they're blockading Quebec.
they want Quebec back.
So that drops your support by 2, right? And then you get to go. You can do command and a special activity.
Jeez. What would the bot do? No resources.
Oh yeah, you probably would do naval pressure. What is that? No, what is your thing for
It
naval
says
pressure?
pass.
Oh, pass. Wow, yeah, because you would get 2 resources
So I think I'm going to pass.
and get 2 resources. Okay,
That makes sense to me.
and then next up is
You need to
the
think about that though, because
oops.
just looking at the event, so the Indian, there is nothing that they can play.
Okay, they
Support plus a D6 is greater than opposition.
support plus
Support
1.
plus a D6 is greater than opposition.
Yeah. Gather would place 2+ villages
Oh,
or
wait a minute. Did we adjust? Did we adjust for that?
yes, I did.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because support is greater than
Yeah, it
opposition,
is.
so
Yep.
it's plus a d6. So I think what we're
Gather
doing
would
what we're
place.
doing here is we are rolling 1d6 is less than available war parties. So basically on a 1, 2, or a 3, that'll be a yes, otherwise it's a no. So it's a no. Space has war party and British regulars. I think that's a no.
Here.
Florida, okay. Yes, so they're going to scout. Move 1 war party and the most regular stories possible without changing control in order to space. First to a Patriot fort, then to a village with enemy, then to remove most rebel control.
Is none.
None. There's none of that.
If no scout is possible, march.
Okay, so they're going to march.
So, first, with underground, then active war parties from a village, moving last 3 war parties. Moving last 3 war parties gather can place a village.
So I would guess that you're going to move from
To
here.
the northwest.
Yeah, to the northwest because you can place a village there, right? Actually,
I'm
hang on.
moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gather wouldn't have placed anywhere.
No, it wouldn't have because there's already 2 villages here. So I think you're going to move from there to the northwest, sort of preparatory to placing some more villages, right?
Without removing the last one. So I think I'm doing that.
Moving last 3 war parties where gather can place village.
What does last 3 war parties mean?
I don't know, actually. That's confusing to me.
Without moving the last war party.
Probably, yeah. I think that's without moving the last is probably what it means. So yeah, so I
Well,
think
it
you.
actually has that. Without moving the last war party from a village, moving last three war parties where gather can place a village. Oh, or adding rebel control. So you're not where you can move without that.
Oh,
Moving
you're
last
not.
three where
You're got
gather
it.
could place a village.
Got it.
So if I could place a village there, I'm leaving three.
Right, and you've got a village available. Yeah, so you're gonna move 3+
Yeah.
war
So I think I move
parties,
them all.
and then remove. Okay, then if possible, gather.
So I think I will gather. Right? No,
Wait,
no. I
no,
marched.
you
I
marched.
marched.
Oh,
So
if
then I'm
not
gonna
possible. Sorry,
go.
your hand's in the way. If not possible, gather. Got it.
So then I think it's warpath, but I'm not doing that. So it's
Trade.
trade. So the British say, screw you, and they get one.
Yeah. All right. So the Indians did that. All right. Okay, I think I'm starting to get the feel for this again. All right. So I could shift one city to passive opposition.
I feel like I have to be doing something wrong by always being so
Low on
resource
supplies.
constrained as the British.
Hear you. Give me just a second. I got to remind myself what I'm allowed to do. All right. I feel. So I think I'm going to rally twice. So I'm going to place a militia there. Actually, hang on a second. Let me think. I don't know that I care that you place. I think it's okay if you allow you to place 2 Tories anywhere. This doesn't seem that huge. And then, sorry. I'll place 2 in New Hampshire. Does that seem reasonable?
It does.
All right, so then I can do persuasion, rebellion control, and underground militia. So that's only really 2 places. So I
You're
get,
doing that or that.
yeah, yeah. So I'm going to add resources and place propaganda in those 2 spaces. But persuasion, it's odd that persuasion doesn't add support, but okay. Okay. I'm just persuading them to give me money, I guess. I think that's it.
Garrison. Interesting. All right, if I'm reading Garrison correctly, I can spend 2 resources. I can move to any unblockaded port from any space. Any space not blockaded cities to cities. Each city not blockaded, activate a militia. Then, if desired, in one city with British control, no Patriot fort. There is British, so we don't have British control. I'd need to get one more there. I would have to do that. That makes that British control.
No, British regulars. Move any British regulars from any space. So it's got to be a British regular.
Got it. So Charlestown. I could do that. Then, if British controlled, no fort, not blockaded, displace into an adjacent space.
So we can just move all these.
Who chooses?
I would think you would.
I would think.
This is why that definitely like random was not. I mean, the French definitely should have blockaded here, right? That was a little bit silly to blockade Quebec City. But it's okay. They're still winning. Or they were still doing quite well.
I think that's...
Yeah, I think that's right. That seems right to me.
It's a powerful move. It's the first time we've used that.
Is it? I thought you used it before. You used it at one point to just
garrison, but not for that. I just used it to get troops to cities, not to displace.
Got it.
Displacing, I mean, if I can get 6 troops there, God, if only I could move them from the West Indies.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that's that, right?
Yep. I don't know if that was smart or not.
So the Indians.
So which one are we on?
This is that's the new card. Newburgh Conspiracy is the new card. Okay, only one of us needs to do. So wait a second. Would they brilliant stroke use? No, it's when a first eligible is a player is first eligible, so they won't. Well, would the French do it now though? No, because it's still not a player faction. First eligible.
French already have.
Oh, they have. Oh, right.
Everybody's gone that I see from brilliant strokes except for the Indians.
Yes. Okay, right. Just the Indians. Yeah. I was looking at all those cards. Okay.
There are instructions because this one has a rifle underneath it for the Indians.
Yeah, it basically says that they'll do it in a space with a village first, is what it says.
Okay. So, does it do anything?
I would think so. Let's see.
Remove 4 Patriot militia and or Continentals in any one column.
So no, according to this, so opposition is greater than support. It doesn't shift opposition. It doesn't place a village. It doesn't remove a Patriot fort. Does it remove a Patriot fort? What does it do?
I don't think so.
Militia, Continentals. It doesn't remove a fort. Doesn't remove a fort, but it is effective. There are 4. Okay, so basically you roll a d6 on a 5 or higher, it'll play it. So you're not going to play it.
Oh, no.
Support plus 1d6 is greater than opposition. So
the raid's the same thing.
Well, could Gather place 2 villages here? I forget how villages work.
Gather could place 2 villages.
So he's going to do that then.
Well, hold on. Gather would place 2 plus villages. Yeah, well, it won't place 2 plus villages.
Only one?
Well, it could place 2. We'd have nothing in it. It won't place 2 because it won't replace the last.
No. Well, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
Oh,
we're
hold on
rolling.
a
I
second.
think we're rolling the d6 because Gather wouldn't place him because he says that it won't get rid of the last war party, right?
Right. So D6,
So
less
roll.
than so
Yeah.
it is less.
So it is less. So he is going to
So
gather.
I'm gathering. So
Place villages
basically
where.
replacing. Right, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And that's in my own area. Then place war parties at villages where first were enemies, then no underground, then an Indian leader, then elsewhere. The hell is my Indian leader? He's up here. So first, there's no place else I can place a village. Nope. I don't think that happened. The first one is free if it's in a.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about that. Good point. Yep.
So, place villages where room, 3 or more war parties, first with any leader. Then, place war parties at villages first, so it has to be at a village.
So
This is a village.
so either here. Well,
First,
here.
where there are enemies, which there are no enemy. Yeah, there's an enemy in New York.
Yes, there is.
French. So I think it's there. Do you agree?
I do.
Place one more party. Then, and that does cost me 1, by the way. If any villages are available, place 2 war parties where there's room for a village.
So we could place one more
I can do 1 more right here.
here or here. Well, actually, though, can he put another one there? Or would that be?
How is it? I don't understand these first place war party. Oh, if any villages are available, place war parties in 2 spaces with room for a village.
So okay. So let's back up a second. So placed a village here, right? Right.
Placed a village.
That was
Yep.
that was free. Placed a war party here because there was an
Yep.
enemy, and then I think with his
Yep.
last resource. Actually, I don't think with his last resource he'll do anything because he already acted here. He's already done something here. He's already done something here. Like you can't do it twice in one space, right? And every place else has 2 villages.
Yep.
So I think he'll stop there.
Well, no. Let's see.
But then he'll
Yeah.
he'll
Yep. Yep.
so he
Yep.
might, but then he might
Warpath.
warpath in here because right? Would he warpath there? Is that
Would think so.
most rebel pieces? The French aren't the rebels, are they?
I don't know the answer to that, but I bet we can figure it out. Rebellion. French and Patriots and French factions.
Okay. So he'll warpath in that space, right?
The warpath is underground war party. Activate 1 war party, remove a rebellion unit.
Okay.
It seems smart.
That seems smart. Yeah. I'm with you there.
Thoughts are good.
So he did that. He didn't do the event. So he did. I guess it doesn't really matter because the French are up now. All right. So now we got to look at the French. Figure out what they do.
Got another bot.
So,
Which means he gets a command and a special action.
well, he could also play the event.
He could.
Support is greater than opposition. An event shifts support. It doesn't shift support. It doesn't move regulars or squadrons. Doesn't place French pieces on the map. Inflicts British casualties, including free French battle. I don't think desertion would be a casualty. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Winter quarters, the desertion. You just remove them from the map.
So I think we're just again, it's rolling
Pretty
on
sure
a 5 or higher.
remove.
On a 5 or higher, he may play this.
Okay.
So he's going to play it. So immediately execute Tory desertion.
Which is, well, let's make sure it would actually do something.
I think you've got five. You got 5 Tories on the board.
Remove 1 and 5 Tories.
Yeah. Move a Tory so just change the most control possible. Then the last Tory in a space.
So it's going to be one of these two. Or it could be Quebec as well.
The most Tories in a. The last Tory in space, the most pop, not already at active support. Then the last Tory in a space with most population not already at active support. So it wouldn't be Quebec. None of this. None of them qualify. Oh, no. No, Savannah.
Oh, you're right.
Right?
Yep, that's correct. Interesting.
This is rough because so it's like I don't like the well, let's see. Ugh. Hmm. So I'm gonna rally again. There's a fort in Pennsylvania and New Hampshire.
Are you spending the resources on those?
I did already. I did already.
Okay.
And then can't do that. Can't do that. So I guess I'm just gonna persuade again. To get 1 resource. That's it.
British are going to pass. They need resources. I got nothing. Can't do anything.
I hear you.
Nope. They pass.
Oh, sorry. My bad. All right.
Well, so would the Indians take this event? Would think, but not.
I think we're into
Considered
this
effective.
D6.
It's the D6, right? It's
Yeah.
effective. So we're
Yeah. They're not
No.
gonna.
not going to take the event. So support plus D6 greater than opposition. Yes. Gather would place. Nope. Would not place 2 villages. But now the question is D6 less than available war parties, which is
Likely. It is.
yes. So gather.
So they're going to
Do I
place
have
a
place with 3 or
village.
more war parties?
They're going to place a
Do
village
not.
here.
Oh, yeah, right there. You do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place, and that is not free
Wait, that's okay.
because it's not an Indian province.
Right.
They have to be underground.
Question.
Yeah. No.
No,
place
I don't think they have to
either
be. I
place-
don't think they have to be underground.
Yeah. Why would I not remove the?
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense.
Now I have no more resources, but place war parties at village. First, where there are enemies. Nope. Then, where there are no underground war parties.
But you
Nope.
can't do anything else because you have no more resources. So we just skipped
I can do something in a place with. I haven't done my free Indian reserve. First Indian province is free.
Yeah, but you already chose your first one. Wasn't. I'm kidding.
Didn't say the first place. It said the first Indian province.
Oh, first, good point. Yeah. So will he place? He probably would place it here,
That's the
right?
question.
Place it in the northwest.
I would think so.
Because that would
If
make
villages are available, place 2 war parties where there's room for 1 more. So I think he's going to put 2 war parties there.
Yeah. Right. So there's no warpath this
2
time.
War parties? No, place 1 more party.
Oh, right. War parties in 2 spaces. So he places 1. So then he'll trade.
But that's the only one I can do because
Yeah.
that's the only one
Yep.
with my resource. So now I think I'm done.
And now he'll trade.
Yeah. Done.
All right. So then the British.
We had a special rule for whether or not
We-
non-bots are.
Yeah, but I think
remember.
in this, well, we were playing essentially that if we tended to agree that the bot would not want the event to be played, like that faction wouldn't want the event to be played, but the Indians
Right.
wouldn't care about this, right? The Indians won't care if the British play this event and reduce Patriot resources. So it's a question of whether you want to do something or just remove resources from me. It's really kind of what we're
Yep.
looking at.
Yep. I will muster. I get to do that. Play 6 regulars, 2 Tories, 2 Tories. Could spend my last resource to get support, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Now, so that was it, right?
Yep.
He was limited to 1 space.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a good play or not.
I don't know. I don't know. Thanks for joining us for this playthrough of Liberty or Death, the American Insurrection. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, it would be great if you could leave a like and definitely leave comments, especially if you spot stuff that we're doing wrong, but also with things like what other games you might like to see come to the channel. And if you are enjoying the channel, it would be great if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we produce new content. And we will see you next time on Agility Snips Gaming Table.